This Ashes of Creation drama that's going on, it really disappoints me because it's an indictment of the lack of critical thinking skills of gamers today. It's really at the floor. It is rock bottom. And this is a game that will never be delivered. It's impossible that it can ever be delivered. I mean, first of all, this they said that this would never come to Steam because the developer, the Stephen Sharif, whatever his name is, has some lofty, uh, grandiose ideals that the game will never go to Steam. We're not about that. And yet here it is, 10 years later, as a so-called early access, which this itself is misleading and is really the crux of why I'm making this video because gamers are being misled more and more into treating the the Steam store page like a stock market. You know, if you go to uh, comments from various people, they act like this is you're investing into the company by buying this product, which is not a product. Let's be real about this. You come to the store page, you expect to buy a product. You exchange your money for what is supposed to be a commodity, a product. And yet, this concept of early access, which the corporation started to push 10 years ago, which I believe began with like Fortnite. But the difference is those companies have investors. They have a backing. They have some kind of financial security which guarantees that this game will be made. You simply pay for early access. In other words, the product is guaranteed. You're paying to access it early. Now, this concept has been contorted, perverted into the idea that you're investing. Oh, you're investing into the future success of the game. Is this a stock market? Are we are we investors now? Are we speculating our money on a game that may or may not be delivered, and yet we're expected to believe that this is going to be delivered? Clearly, this is only a cash grab because only 3 days later, they've already taken 15% off of the price. So they obviously don't have a lot of confidence in the investment, do they? Because they've already had to lower the bar of entry, which means that the the investment, okay, the stocks are decreasing, they're going down, and no wonder because the the reviews are not good. They're not good, and yet all these people act like that we're the foolish ones for pointing this out, you know, and it's only because of streamers um, that this is even happening. You know, streamers like SFand and Zaryu, who are MMORPG streamers, and so they have an incentive whether they're being paid directly or not. It doesn't matter because them being MMORPG streamers, they have an incentive, a desire to farm this game. They want this game to succeed because they know that playing this game and farming the content will make them money. Uh, Farming RPG, MMORPG content is easy for them. That's what they do. It's their bread and butter. So of course they want the game to succeed. So they're doing damage control, and all of the videos that they make about it, all that they're really doing is misleading gullible people into buying a product which is not a product. I don't know what is going on with Steam now. And why is Steam facilitating this? You know, everybody likes to big up Steam and praise Steam for being the pinnacle of consumer dependency or reliability, or looking out for this little guy, and yet they're allowing this to happen. Asmongold makes a video about this, and before the video ends, the GM is following him around to the point where Asmon, who is uh, you have to give him credit, he's not an idiot. He immediately turns tail and runs away from Stephen because he knows what Stephen's trying to do. Asmon won't be manipulated that way, and he sees it for what it is. But none of them really will give their honest impressions because if the game does succeed 300 years from now, then they have a game to play, and they don't want to be blacklisted from the good graces of Almighty Lord Stephen. This is not directly a scam, but it's indirectly a scam because it's unethical. It's bad business practice. Stephen's already been exposed as being a bad CEO, an unprofessional CEO, and the fact that they've sold cosmetics all along the way, milking hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars from people that were sold an empty bag of goods, because that's all that this is. And it irritates me that there are so many gamers out there that are so stupid, so idiotic. And while we're on the subject, all of this is no different. This backlash to the woke that we're experiencing at the moment. The corporate gaming industry was inundated with frumpy lesbians who endeavoured to turn all of their video game characters into frumpy lesbians. Well, now that the backlash has begun, the corporations once again, they know how to extract money out of fools. Oh, we're just going to now make all of the characters sexy and revealing, thereby selling sex to sex-starved incels and nerds. But is the game going to be fun? Don't worry about that, guys. The woman hasn't got any clothes on. Do we not think for 5 minutes? We have 1.5 thousand likes. Oh, this must be a great thing. But is the game fun? Don't worry about that. We don't think about that until it's released, and then we all complain about it. But we'll give them their money because they told us that the female has no clothes on. It blows my mind how far we've sunk. This is why we can't have good things, because we're just stupid. We're thick as shit, and we deserve it, honestly, at this point.